Imagine standing in the heart of Rome, surrounded by ruins that whisper tales of an empire that once ruled the known world. How did they do it? How did a civilization, without the aid of modern technology, construct monuments that have defied time itself? The answer lies not just in their legions or their emperors, but in a hidden genius, their mastery of engineering. This wasn't just about building big, it was about building smart, creating an infrastructure so advanced that it would not be rivaled for over 1,000 years. From aqueducts that carried life-giving water across valleys, to roads that stitched an empire together, the Romans were the ultimate innovators. Today we're not just looking at old stones. We're decoding the secrets of the ancient world's greatest builders. Let's start with the lifeblood of the empire: water. Rome, at its peak, was a city of over 1 million people. A city that size needs water, and a lot of it. The solution? The aqueducts. These weren't just simple channels. They were colossal structures, stretching for miles, some over 60 miles long, snaking across the landscape. The true genius was in their simplicity and precision. Roman engineers understood gravity better than anyone. They calculated gradients with incredible accuracy, often a drop of just a few inches for every 100 feet, to ensure a steady, continuous flow of water. Think about that. No laser levels, no GPS, just simple tools like the chorobates and the groma, and an unparalleled understanding of physics. To cross deep valleys, they didn't dig tunnels for miles, they built bridges. The Pont du Gard in southern France is a breathtaking example. It's a 3-tiered aqueduct bridge that stands 160 feet tall, built with precisely cut stones, many weighing several tons, fitted together without any mortar. How did they lift these massive blocks? With human-powered cranes, like the Polispastos, a testament to their incredible ingenuity and brute force organization. This system delivered millions of gallons of fresh water daily, feeding the city's fountains, public baths, and private villas. It was the engine of Roman public health and sanitation, a luxury unheard of in the ancient world. But moving water was only half the battle. To move armies, goods, and information, the Romans needed roads. And they didn't just build paths, they engineered superhighways. All roads lead to Rome isn't just a saying, it was a reality. The Roman road network spanned over 50,000 miles connecting Britain to Syria. These weren't simple dirt tracks. Roman roads were built in layers, a marvel of pavement engineering. They started by digging a trench several feet deep. This was filled with layers of sand, gravel, and larger stones all compacted down. The final top layer was made of tightly fitted paving stones, crowned in the middle to allow rainwater to drain away. This multi-layered design made them incredibly durable, so durable that some are still in use today, 2,000 years later. These roads allowed legions to march at incredible speeds, solidifying control over their vast territories and enabling trade to flourish like never before. Now let's talk about the heart of Roman entertainment and public life, their monumental architecture, the Colosseum. Even in its ruined state, it's a jaw-dropping sight. Completed in 80 AD, this amphitheater could hold an estimated 50,000 to 80,000 spectators, all of whom could enter and exit in a matter of minutes thanks to its 80 arched entrances, known as vomitoria. The design was so efficient that modern stadiums still use its principles. The secret to its construction, and so many other Roman buildings, was a revolutionary material: Roman concrete. This wasn't the concrete we know today. They mixed volcanic ash, called pozzolana, with lime and rubble. This created a concrete that was not only incredibly strong, but could also set underwater. This innovation allowed them to build bigger, faster, and in more challenging locations than ever before. Structures like the Pantheon, with its magnificent unreinforced concrete dome, still the largest in the world, would have been impossible without it. The oculus at its center isn't just a design choice, it's a structural necessity, reducing the weight at the dome's weakest point. The Romans also understood the power of the arch. While they didn't invent it, they perfected it and used it everywhere. The arch's ability to distribute weight allowed them to build massive bridges, aqueducts, and triumphal arches that symbolized their power. By extending the arch into a tunnel, they created the barrel vault. By intersecting two barrel vaults, they created the groin vault. These architectural elements formed the backbone of their grandest structures, from the soaring ceilings of the baths of Caracalla to the markets of Trajan, the world's first shopping mall. This wasn't just construction, it was a system, a replicable blueprint for power and permanence that they exported to every corner of their empire. Finally, what about the cities themselves? Roman cities were masterclasses in urban planning. They were often laid out on a grid system centered around a forum, the heart of public, commercial, and political life. But beneath the streets lay another marvel: the sewer systems. Rome's Cloaca Maxima, or greatest sewer, was initially an open canal built to drain marshlands, but it was eventually covered and expanded into a complex network that carried waste away from the city and into the Tiber River. While not a perfect sanitation solution by modern standards, it was revolutionary for its time, preventing disease and making dense urban living possible on an unprecedented scale. From the clean water flowing through aqueducts to the grand spectacle of the Colosseum, Roman engineering was the invisible force that powered the empire. It wasn't just about building structures, it was about building a civilization. They solved practical problems with solutions that were both elegant and incredibly robust. Their legacy is not just in the ruins they left behind, but in the fundamental principles of engineering that continue to shape our world today. The next time you turn on a tap, drive on a paved road, or sit in a stadium, remember the Romans. Their genius is still all around us. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as we did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another adventure into history. See you next time.